So guys, yeah. So I think I got some of the videos back up. I'll tell you what, that YouTube Studio is a really glitchy piece of software. I had marked everything private for a little while. I was slowly going through the thousand. It was like 1,600 videos, I guess. I don't know. I got rid of ones where I'm sitting on the patio being a dipshit, because apparently that triggers the algorithm more. And just in case I ever have an issue again with this guy, he stumbles on my page. I don't want. Here's 20 videos of this dumb motherfucker screaming music, and I'm not trying to be a bad dude, man. Sometimes you gotta cut loose, man. You're bored out of your mind, especially during COVID. Nowhere to go. Have a few beers, sing a few songs, cut loose a little bit, man. Yeah. I think I got most of the copyright unfriendly videos. I had to make them all private again, and then the sort feature was posting random stuff from 3 years ago under stuff from yesterday. I don't know, man. So then I did it piecemeal, 30 videos at a time per page, and I got some shit back up, so we'll hopefully I'll be okay there. Still need to get out and shoot both HKs, the 762A1 and the new VP9A1. The heat's it's summer in Florida, July and August. It's just been brutal, so making excuses not to run out there. So, but yeah, we'll get there. I'll tell you, what was a nice surprise is today, that company that I bought that mount, the Arca mount for the LMT 6.5 to hold my Rangecraft. I had posted a review because it sends you that email. Would you like to post a review for this product? And I said, and I gave them a really good review, and I was like, it's actually pretty well made, and I appreciate their efforts. I had to Dremel it to make my Rangecraft fit. Other than that, I think it's pretty good. So anyway, whatever. I did the Dremel thing to it, made it fit. It's all good. I gave them like 4 stars out of 5. And I get a message like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, from the company via Amazon. I thought it was like a scam or something, because they were like, "Hi, we're just checking back in. We saw your review. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna send you one that's cut for the Rangecraft." And I was like, "Wow." I was like, "You guys don't have to do that. I made it fit. It's okay." But I said, "Thanks. I really appreciate that." And it showed up today, and I swapped all the hardware over. It sits pretty much similar. It's a bit more in, but I thought that was really nice of them. They didn't have to do that. When I bought it, it said sold for the Garmin. It didn't say and Rangecraft, right? And I can bet on Amazon, I'm gonna go post another review so I can pump them up, because that was really, really nice of them. They're probably gonna add that one to their store on Amazon. I just thought that was really cool. They didn't have to do that. I didn't ask them to do that. I didn't expect them to do that. But they did it, So I swapped the hardware over. The other one's all Dremeled out, but you can still make a Garmin fit it. It'll sit. It's got a little hole where the Dremel went, whatever. Put some putty in that bitch. But I thought that was really nice of them. So yeah, I want to get out and want to do the 2 HKs, definitely, and just move on with that. I still haven't figured out. I threw that primary 1-8 PLXC on there. I didn't think the 5-20, the 5-30 was warranted, really, because it's a 16.5 308. I thought, let's keep it a bit lighter with the top dot. Pull that off of the LMT piston for now. I think ultimately I do see a 2-10 or a 3.6 to 18 Mark V on there. I think that would be pretty well suited. But we're paying down the credit cards, so not spending any more money. I just went through this whole AT&T debacle, but my phone was getting too slow and fucked up, and it's old now. So I did the trade-in, and then once I get my build credits on that, and that's got to be a budget for that. So just trying to be mindful. But you know me, sometimes I just need brand new stuff for the sake of having brand new stuff, man. I don't know. Nobody lives forever, man. Fuck it. Enjoy yourself every once in a while. Shit. You could die tomorrow in your sleep. You never know. But yeah, thanks for checking in. You know, it's all good, man. You know, I've been getting to the point with social media and everything. It's like, you know, it kind of sucks your soul a little bit. You feel like, you know, I need a break from this. So I went private on a bunch of stuff, and I backed away. I put the phone down for several days. I wasn't doing much of anything. You know, I find that the world's constantly in chaos and on fire, and that eats away at you sometimes, man. You know what I miss? I miss the 80s and early 90s, where we didn't have any of this technology. We weren't aware of events as they happened in real time, with dings and notifications going off. And here's more shit to worry about you can't control, you know? Us Gen Xers, you know, we have the benefit of being born into an analog world and watching technology evolve slowly at first and then in triple time. And I see these videos and articles about these younger generations and their childhoods, and now everyone's in their phone. You know, you go to a concert these days, every video you see, no one's paying attention. They're just holding up their phone. It's a sea of cell phones. It's like, how about live in the moment? You know, you gotta have a video and a picture that I'm never gonna look at again or post for likes. I'm like, you know, the new tech age is cool in a lot of ways, but it's also it robs the soul out of everything. And that's how it feels sometimes when you're dealing with internet hate and all this negative mojo news. And it's like, you know, sometimes it just drains you. That's how I've been feeling lately. I don't know why. You know, I work from home. I don't really go out that much. I haven't seen Scott or Larry in quite a while. I don't know anybody else here. So you just find you become a hermit, you know, and it's like, what the fuck, man? I gotta get out. Interact, you know? It's no good for you. So yeah, that's where I'm at, man. So we're gonna try to get out to the club and shoot both of those. I'll run the PLX for now, I guess. I mean, it's not a big deal to slap the 5-30. I'm back on it. Stole that off the 6 Arc. PLX was on the LMT piston. So I don't know. I know I can't spend any more major money on brand new glass right now. I may try to offload 1 or 2 things that I'm just not running, that I can get some decent cash for, make some sacrifices. I don't know yet. Don't want to jump the gun, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you got stuff you just don't run. Like that Arrow 308. I shot that once. I have the LMT. I have the HK. There's never going to be a time where like, oh, fuck the HK and the LMT. Let's shoot the Arrow. I'm like, nah. Let's get moved from safe to gun rack to safe. It's not going to... I might as well offload it. If I lose a little bit, fuck it. Use that, pay down the credit card, and then start looking for some better glass, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you had a good weekend. I hope your week's starting off in a positive direction, and thanks for hanging in there with me. I appreciate it. And I'll see you when I see you. Your pal Jake America. Peace.